Somebody's saying in your ear that, okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, you've got to look for all it's worth. So you come around that corner and suddenly the guys jump out in front of you, and there you are. You've got to get down pretty quick. So again, the first time in there, you're still getting used to it. But Matthew Lee, what do you got to say for this guy? 35 laps right now. He's the one out front. He still has not pitted yet. About the only one, I believe, that hasn't pitted to this point.
Came out of nowhere. A new man here on this series. And, again, right now, he is the driver that everybody is watching. Matthew Lee, truck number 04. And he's a recent new driver on this series. And one thing we were talking about, Ray, is the development of the new ARCA development series, and that is now a Thursday night runoff deal to the JW Racing eSports Truck Series, and that is something really, really cool, where basically, ARCA cars are used, and the top 5 finishers get the opportunity to move to the Truck Series on advancement for Friday night.
Jump real quick off the bat. Matthew Lee beats the green flag off of turn 4, pulls out to a 2-truck lane, but don't count him out yet. Sacco coming hard up to the second groove, pushes the truck. Tires are not warmed up just yet, and that'll give LaBeouf a chance to catch up to him in the third place spot. He's on his tail just for a short bit. Backs off, nice and even now. Datsun is right behind him. Ashley in that 07 machine. Top 4 pulling away. The 91 of Tyler Beeman. What's to say about him? He's in 5th place. Started outside front row on the second from last restart. Again, I don't believe he has pitted either. And you can see him losing ground to the top 4.
Beeman, another one of those drivers that we keep an eye on as we work on lap 38 of 100, coming up on a quarter of the distance, 1/4 of the way through here. Working lap 39 as the field goes back into the corner. We watch Beeman and McKinnon, and that battle continues in the top 10 for 5th and 6th off 2.
Zacco right now to the rear bumper of Lee. Backs off just a little bit. Almost let him know that he was there last time, but I'm sure he's got a rearview mirror full of that 29 white machine. They'll come down the front stretch. Top 4 still pulling away, now 2 by 2. Front to back, goes Lee, Sacco, LaBeouf, and Datsun. Tyler Beeman still in the 5th place spot, holding off the 13 of McKinnon. McKinnon losing a little bit of steam there, coming off of turn 2. Behind him with 54, Chris Baines in 7th.
McKinnon trying to close in on that Toyota of the 91 of Tyler Beeman as you're riding on board on the Arizona entry of McKinnon.
Turn 4, number 2, Derek Mullins spins. He just about catches the 33 coming off of turn 4, but self-spin, nothing hit. Just caution brought out for the 4th time this evening.
So the yellow flag coming out again. Let's see the replay here.
2.
The number 2 of Mullins. And we're going to see what happened here on the number 2 of Mullins as the caution has come out. Derek Mullins of Fitzgerald, entry number 2. His Toyota Tundra pouncing off the concrete to the inside, off the safer wall barrier. Gone in also to the West Virginia native.
Taking a look at Mullins come out of turn 4, lost it by himself again. I stand corrected. He did tap the inside wall, kind of rose that right rear tire off the track. Started to straighten it back up, and Keffer just come out of nowhere, hits the binders, and doesn't touch him at all.
That's good, yes, no damage. That's right, that's good. Go Mountaineers, no damage.
Great job by the 33 of Keffer. I forgot I'm talking to a Southerner, and you guys and your college teams, I'll tell you, I got nothing against it. I think it's cool, to be honest. I'm a Northern guy. I'm a Syracuse guy. So.
I was about to say, is it Syracuse? I figured it was the Orangemen.
Yeah, yes, I got to root for the home team. What can I say, man?
Well, we are under the yellow flag again here for the 4th time. There's Mullins on pit road, the attention of his crew. And Ray, there's just some of those new updates and features that they were talking about, the new damage upgrades that they have on the iRacing update.
Yeah, if you look at his hood on the driver's side where he hit the inner fence, bent the hood up a little bit, and it took one of the hood pins and kind of wrecked it up. As you can see there in the camera, you can almost see the top of the engine underneath the hood, the air cleaner there.
And you saw smoke a minute ago, a couple of seconds ago when he was on pit road. So that's just one of the cool features they've got. So.
Now, one thing you got to watch out, especially with the new features that they have, even like the old ARCA cars, it's kind of fragile in the front end. So if you whale the wall in the previous one, your tires are still straight. Now you can break control arms, ball joints, flop a tire, all kinds of things. So there is something to be said for not wrecking, especially now.
Well, under caution here with Sacco, still trying to run down Lee. But Brady LaBeouf, he's been kind of quiet, but he's right there in the third spot. Dodgson, Beeman, McKinnon, Baines, McKinnon, Offont, and the O'Hare, 41, the top 10. Hey, next week, oh my goodness, it's going to be a good one on the dirt. Dirt track racing from a half mile at Martinsville tonight. From pavement to the dirt track at Eldora Speedway next Friday. It should be a good show. Round 6 of the JW Racing eSports Truck Series from Eldora. Right, Richard.
You know, I'm not going to brag, but I'm going to brag. Not saying, but I'm saying. I won two league races there at Eldora with these trucks. I love these trucks.
Are you going to run Eldora next week, or are you going to be in the broadcast booth? What are you going to do?
Let me
enjoy the sunshine.
Let me think
enjoy
about
the sunshine, I guess.
Let me think about that. I might run Eldora because I'll tell you what, these guys would pose a pretty good challenge to me at Eldora. I'm not saying I'm an expert, but with this new model too, who knows? I could wreck it in the first lap.
There you go. Ray Richards says Michael D'Amico says in our ear he'll be in the booth if it rains. So we'll have to see here. So. Whether it's falling a flood in reality or if it's virtual, we will not get rained out here in the virtual world. We will race one way or the other. If it's raining cats and dogs or storming or whatever. So, with that said, Matthew Lee, Monster Energy 04, ready to bring them back for the restart. Ray Rich, off 4.
Green out in the air as we watch Lee pull away. It's almost predictable how he jumps on that loud pedal immediately before the green flag. And I'll tell you what, Sacco should take advantage of that, but didn't watch this time. They got Ashley Dotson into the fence coming off of turn 2. Again, the top 4 look like they're ready to pull away. I think, personally, Wesley, we're watching that 29 kind of save his stuff, because if he wants to pass Lee right now, it'd be kind of dangerous because Lee has got worn tires. But, again, holding on to that spot, doing a fantastic job. Don't get me wrong, but Lee is going to wear out before Sacco, so I think Sacco's biding his time.
Yeah, we'll see what happens here as they negotiate in 3, watching Lee and Sacco battle for that spot. Here comes Brady LaBeouf in the number 9. Dodgson right behind him. They all fan out single file as they go back into turn number 1.
Top 4 hasn't changed since the last restart. Lee, Sacco, LaBeouf, and Dodson. Beeman still holding on to that 5th place spot. Now actually having some traction to pull away from Michael McKinnon behind him by about 3 truck lengths. A couple guys trying different lines. We're watching McKinnon behind him to the bottom side. 54. Baines a little bit of an arc. Nobody has an advantage or a disadvantage. It seems like it hasn't changed. We're watching 13 of McKinnon one more time. He dives to the inside trying to hold that line. He did catch up a little bit to Beeman. Beeman losing traction now to the 4th place spot. He'll get to the outside. Looks like the 13 tried to dive to the inside one more time coming off of turn 3. Didn't do it, but he's looking again down here in turn 1.
1/4 of the way through, 50 laps in, 150 to go here at the Martinsville Speedway. This is round number 6 of the JW Racing eSports Truck Series, the Commonwealth 200 from the half mile of Mayhem. Martinsville Speedway under the lights. It is still no change in the top 3 between Lee, Sacco, LaBeouf now in that battle, and those battles continue for the lead in turn 2.
And the top 4 pulling away. We got a caution somewhere as I hear it in my ear. We'll look over the Speedway and get the replay for you.
Yellow flag out for the 5th time. Ray called it. It's under yellow flag here again at Martinsville just after 50 laps.
I'm looking for it, gentlemen, but I don't see it here anywhere. I see no truck spun. Looking around the entire facility here.
Wilner going around. Chris Wilner into Andrew Hurley, the 26 into 3. And that's the cause of the caution here for the 5th time.
I'd really hate to say it, but poor Hurley, man. 3 wrecks this evening. Use this quick repair, I assume. It looks like the 26 just got down too quickly, and there was place open for Hurley to come through, but it shut the door quickly. That'll rear-end the 92, unfortunately, into him with some damage to beam, and they'll straighten it back out quite quickly as the caution, again, flies for the 5th time here at Martinsville tonight.
Yeah, Chris Wilner got the left here from Hurley's truck, sent him around, and the couple of trucks involved in another caution here. So, anybody coming to pit road, we'll see here 54 of 200 laps, and here come the leaders pitting for the first time. Ray Richer in front of you.
Sacco over here on the first pit. Right side of his truck goes up. Fresh Goodyear's on the right as his guys run to the other side, drops the truck down, jacks up the left side. Second can of Sunoco race fuel goes into that machine. As we see right now, Lee beats him out with 4 fresh Goodyear's, and it looks like LaBeouf is going to try it. No, he'll take over the 3rd place spot, still where he was when we came in for the pits.
And Beeman will now cycle as the new leader because he did not pit in truck number 91. As there he is right there in the 91 entry.
Hey, I'm calling suicide because he shouldn't be out there with that old tires. I think he's going to get run over. I hate to say it. That's a chance you got to take here at Martinsville. But again, keep an eye on him. We'll see what happens, man.
55 of 200. We'll take a quick break on Max Speed TV and the CRN Sports Network. Coverage from Martinsville continues in a moment.
Hey, this is Trace Nye with CRN. Hey, I wanted to give you an update about Unforgettables.com. Again, that's Unforgettables.com. They are offering a special Father's Day weekend special. If you go to their website at Unforgettables.com, type in the code CRN20. Again, that's CRN20. With that code, you'll receive a 10% off your entire order. Again, CRN20. All you got to do is go to Unforgettables.com. They specialize in hand-painted baseballs and baseball gifts. So once again, head over to Unforgettables.com. For Father's Day, type in CRN20, and you'll receive 10% off your entire order. Again, that's Unforgettables.com. Looking for a life insurance company that specializes in what you actually need? Protection. Call Danny today with Symmetry Financial. Danny is certified in all 50 states, which means Symmetry Financial is not limited and has over 30 companies to choose from. Symmetry Financial has proved time and time again that their options and pricing is just better than the rest. Give Danny a call today at 828-994-1681 to see how Symmetry Financial can make life simple.
Back here at Martinsville, lap 57 of 200 complete as we're closing in on halfway in another 40 laps or so. Back under this caution for the fifth time involving Wilner and some other trucks, and we're actually getting ready to come back for the restart as they make their way to the box. It's Tyler Beeman, now the new leader as they get ready to come to green out of turn 4.
Green flies, Beeman to the low side, but leaving it wide open as he slides up into the third track right there, almost to the wall into the fourth groove. Now allows Matthew Lee to get by as well as LaBeouf. Sacco just keep calling him off. 41 of Cole Gray will take over the fourth place spot. The 54 of Baines, unfortunately, that'll shuffle 91 of Beeman back to at least 7th place, come off of turn 4.
Back across the stripe, that battle with Dodson and a couple of other trucks continue. Beeman up to the outside lane. He's got Dodson to deal with. McKinnon's there to the inside. Look at that 87 truck also having a nice little battle of the wits amongst that pack. And Hurley back in the fight again, moving through cars and trucks as they go into the corner. And that's Fulton. He's dealing with
just hits the inside retaining wall. He loses it off of turn 4.
Dodson gets into LaBeouf. So many other trucks involved while McKinnon was trying to scamper through them, and the caution's out again, Ray Richard.
Going to watch this number 9, LaBeouf here on the replay. We'll get it up for you. He did lose it off of turn 4, trying to figure out exactly what happened. We'll see if we can get it here. It looks like out of 33 of Kepfer at this point, but I think he came into the wreck a little bit late.
Ray Richard doesn't say trouble. He says, oh! Normally I'm used to hearing somebody say trouble and I shut up. It just says, oh!
You don't want to know what I could really say.
Yeah, there you go. First you say it, then you do it.
There was a very, I'll tell you another story in a minute. LaBeouf right here off of turn 4 just lost the rear end of that truck. Sacco turned it to the right. He hits the inside retaining wall and takes up almost a 54 of Burns. And sledding to a stop on the inside of him, Ashley Dodson. But here comes a whole slew of cars. Trucks down to the inside, outside wall actually, down by the start-finish line. That will do. Looks like 11 cues. I'm trying to see who else was involved in that too.
Sacco. Man, Nicholas Sacco, what a break he got right there, right in front of LaBeouf when he spun. Oh, yeah, my goodness. Dodson got collected. Some other trucks got collected and hit. Looks like Zimmerman and Wilner might have got some damage, but they continued along.
LaBeouf into his pit right now. Zimmerman actually joined us tonight. Kind of glad he was able to make it out. LaBeouf into his pit. He did use his quick repair. That truck is back to 100%. He'll get some fresh rubber and get back on the track. And I got to tell you a quick something. Here in New York, I actually spotted for about 7 years to a little track called Adirondack Speedway. Up north here, and I used to spot for late models, and there was a guy by the name of Jim Southern. They called him Gentleman Jim Southern. And one of the things when we sat in the stands after we were done with our racing, every time somebody wrecked like that, he called it a nudging point. It's so loud on the racetrack, you hit the guy with your elbow and you point to the wreck. That is his nudging point.